Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories and facts. Today, my story, which is a true life story, is about Kenyan squatters. Put yourself in this situation. You're having dinner, this is at night, your dinner is already prepared, and then suddenly you have a visitor without a notice. So you assume probably the visitor is just popping in and leaving. So the visitor seems to have just one pack. A plastic bag carrying something that you might imagine maybe something has been brought for you as a visitor. Maybe you decide to drop something to the family that you're visiting, but no, it's part of her outfit. So you welcome the person and invite the person for dinner because you're eating anyway. Try to put together what you have and let her join your dinner. You have a silent sacrifice because actually you had not included the person in the dinner. Well, this is what we call Kenyan squatters. They come unexpected. One day of their stay turns into 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month, and if you're not careful, a year. This happened to one family of a widowed lady, vulnerable lady in her late 80s. So when people see such a person, they always take advantage. They imagine that she's too old, so there is nothing she can do. She might need people around her. But anyway, this person already had people taking care of her. And here comes this lady one evening, squeezes herself into the family, and with a story that she had been clobbered by the husband. Watch till the end to know what really happened. You realize that she actually is the one who clobbered the husband and took this opportunity to come and squat with the family for a month, while she had said she's just squatting for a day and leaving. In this Kenyan economy, you can imagine an adult lady in her late 40s, or is it mid 40s whatsoever, with her own family, with her husband, with her home. She does some small farming to make her own food. But here she crashes into a family that is really struggling to make ends meet, just on some properties that really don't add up to so much. But she looks at them and imagines this is a place she is going to stay. This is a place that she's going to make her life. So she comes, makes herself comfortable, asks the person, the daughter of the lady, to give her the keys to the room that she knows that some guests stay. Give me the keys, and mark you, somebody else is staying there at the moment. And so that person is keeping the keys. And she comes to this lady and tells her, give me the keys. Give me the keys to the house. The history of the lady. She'd been working in that place for a while and she was terminated because of poor performance and theft. And so she calls herself a relative. She decided to baptize herself as a relative, but if you will try to trace her relation, you might need to end up in not even Adam and Eve, but the fact that we all come from dust, into dust we shall return. That's the kind of relation that she could have had with this family. But because the mother of this house was kind-hearted, had some empathy, and will easily be, manipulated because she felt sorry for people, this woman had lived with her, and so she had studied her weak points. And so she knew that the children of this lady can do nothing as long as the mother accepts her. And that's what happened. The mother let her stay because she felt sorry for her. She was so scared that she's gonna be killed by the husband. But day 2, the husband walks in because he had tried to trace her up and down. He couldn't find her. And he knew that this is the most likely place she will run because she used to boast of having an auntie around. The man comes and asks, where is my wife? And he's told, you cannot just come here. You need to go and come with your relatives, report to her brothers of what had happened, because you'd already paid dowry, and then now you're trying to beat up the daughter of somebody. So the man said, no. Matter of fact, I'm the one who has been clobbered. All the injuries that she claims that she's showing you are injuries caused by a piece of log she tried to hit me with. And I held it. And I pulled it away from her, and she injured her fingers. Now that's what she's calling the injury that she sustained from the husband. Apparently, she'd given the man a very big slap before she disappeared, with making it look like she's running to her relatives. But actually, she came back and stayed at her dust to dust relative. From dust, we shall go back to dust kind of relative, meaning she's not really a relative. She stayed there for days, for months. But she was not just staying. She had now made herself a supervisor of the employees around, just because she worked around and her work was really poor performance. But now she was trying to show the others that she is related to this woman and trying to order them around to do things that they already know how to do. But she's trying to make them do it her way because she's trying to show belonging. I belong here more than you. I am a relative. Even the woman's own daughter did not reach that degree of trying to show relation. Or probably because it was obvious, so there was no need of trying to prove. Every now and then you will hear a quarrel erupt amongst the workers, the employees in the compound, because she was interfering with their work. She turned a peaceful home into a chaotic home. Come dinner time, she will make sure that the mother of the house, stays on a separate table with the rest of the family. And she will go there, sitting there, like she is the one taking care of the lady. Make her feel like, I am the one who's taking care of you. These ones are not. I am the one sitting next to you. It is said that when somebody really sits next to you, she can easily manipulate you because it gives this feeling of she's taking care of you. While actually she was a vampire. She had actually taken over the mother's phone to make her own calls. In the name of her husband had snatched her phone. But the reason is the husband had actually snatched the phone because he suspected she was moving around with other men. So he's just trying to prove, which he did anyway. So she will use the mother's phone to make her own personal calls, to call the men that she was using her own phone to call, which is very dangerous. You don't know who she's calling and what is it about. In case it's a crime, this lady was vulnerable. She was going to be blamed for it because her phone is connected. You know, it took the effort of a chief, but the chief could not even manage. Nobody wanted to involve themselves in this matter. Nobody. And she would use the power, instant heater water, hot water heater like, like it's a cold shower you're taking for an hour because she was enjoying the heat. You will find she had cleared everything on the table, the meals. She was not considerate. You know, they're the kind of people that you need like to serve a portion. Otherwise, they cannot just believe food can be put on a table and you just leave it like that. You need to finish. She will try to convince the house help to go and ask for more portions of food because she wants to eat more. She made people start rushing to the meal tables, knowing that if they delayed 1 second, they will not find food. That is the situation she made the home look like. So how did she finally manage to leave? They had to call relatives who had to trick her to leave. They had to use a trick. And how they managed to get her not to go back after realizing she'd been tricked is just a mystery. It must have been a stern warning that really scared her, because she never even dared come back for her clothes that she had left to make her come back for something and continue staying. She never dared to do that. So Kenyans, has this ever happened to you? Somebody comes to stay for a day, goes to 3 days, goes to weeks. I hear some even go for years. They take advantage of the person. Manipulation, vulnerability. They will eat you. You have to find a way to get them out. Don't think they will just wake up one day and leave. So when somebody comes to stay with you, they need to tell you how long they're going to stay. Unless they're just passing by, and you know how long they stay. And if they're coming to work, they need to contribute to the family. And how long are you going to stay here until you get your workplace, your accommodation? It's not just about coming and dumping yourself in somebody's family and just trying to behave like you're one of them, entitled men, and even start decorating the house your own style. She actually did that. And the decoration had to be removed immediately because it was kind of weird decoration. So Kenyans, if you ever, or anyone who's ever experienced such unwanted, uninvited relative or friends or just people, put in the comments. And how can you get rid of this? If you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Yes, kindness is okay, but don't let it make your life uncomfortable just because you're trying to sacrifice for somebody who, of course, will not even think of you in the future. They're using you. They found an opportunity to use you when they can manage on their own. Ciao.